The race for Champions League football takes centre stage on the banks of Lake Como, where the Lariani host Roma, with the winner of this one set to move into fourth place. Juventus's victory over Udinese has put pressure on both these clubs to deliver a result here. Como are unbeaten in just over a month, but their last defeat was here at home against Fiorentina. Roma, meanwhile, have struggled against the top teams in the league this season, managing just one victory against sides in the top six. That was against Como in the capital back in December. Whoever missteps here could pay for it dearly come the end of the season. One of the biggest games in Como's history here this evening. Como against Roma at the Stadio Senigallia with 10 games left to play this season. This becomes a crucial match to see who will take a step forwards in terms of qualifying for the Champions League. Juventus's win over Udinese at the Blue Energy Stadium has added a little bit of jeopardy to the game as Cacre looks to get past the Roma defence, but tidied up by Ghilardi. I'm Simon Harding. Joining me for commentary for this one is Manuel Pascali. Manuel, an important match, a match that many in Italy will be looking at here to give us an indication as to who can take a big step and put down a marker in terms of the race to qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah, of course, Simon, is a crucial match for both clubs. It's a massive one. Whoever is going to get the 3 points here, we get a step closer to the last Champions League spot available that look like there will be in between these two clubs, plus La Vecchia Signora won last night against Udinese. Talking about tactically, we see the Diego Ramos camp. There is a new solution for Fabregas, something that he worked on a couple of times. So the back three line with Diego Carlos Kempf and Jacopo Ramon.
Batterina takes it short. Da Cunha leaves it for Batterina. Pull back to Cacre, important block. Ghilardi and Cristante combining. They do take risks at the back. El Shaarawy has sneaked in and Malen has slipped, but the penalty's being given. Diego Carlos, judged to have arrived late and brought down Stefan El Shaarawy.
Simon, watch El Shaarawy move. We can see here, he immediately realized that that ball was going to come for Diego Carlos, and there is a contact in between the big Brazilian center-back and El Shaarawy. But soon, because this is a part of Fabregas' plan, no, try to find a third man that is free.
Malen, who has quickly established himself as essential to Roma since joining the capital club, has a chance to strike first and early against Como. Malen sends Butir the wrong way. After goals against Napoli and Juventus, Malen adds one against Como. And whenever he's scored, Roma haven't lost the game. It bodes well for the Giallorossi, who have a dream start at the Senigallia.
What a penalty by the number 14, Sembute, on the opposite corner, and find the opening goal here at the Senigallia. Crucial one for Roma, who started well, not waiting for Como, but going and try to press them in their own half. Great penalty, but this man is absolutely on flames.
That's given away to pass, and Svilar sticks out a right hand to deny the Argentine. Wesley Mancini, there's the press from Como. Mancini struggling, does well, all things considered.
Yeah, he did well. Under massive pressure by 2 or 3 Como players.
Wesley, he's pressed by Smolcic, and that's given away by the Brazilian now, Nico Pass. Baturina, Smolcic, chance for Como. Alex Valle, and Valle forces a save from Svila. That all came from Roma giving the ball away. Sergio Roberto, here he is now, Baturina. Smolcic, D'Acunha. D'Acunha puts in the cross, and Ramon. It's gone just wide. What a big chance for Como.
What a fantastic ball played by D'Acunha. Look there, 3 players running. Look who's completely unmarked on the back post area. With his knee, I think he kissed the post.
Roma's defenders taking it in turns to stick with pass. We saw Mancini do it moments ago. This time it was Mario Hermoso. Chilardi, who to his credit, Manuel, is getting stuck in. Pass, long way out, doesn't deter him, but it didn't quite dip enough.
Yeah, good try. And from that distance you need a cracker to beat Svilar. You can see he's looking to find that kind of shot we know well from Pirlo time, no? The Maledetta.
Ramon. Chilardi again does well. And Malen, but Butte is out quickly. Cristante. Butte has said in the past that Manuel Neuer is one of his biggest inspirations. As Cacere gets through, Cacere with the chance, stays on his feet. Options, it's pass. Huge opportunity for Como to draw level in added time of the first half. What a disguised ball by Baturina.
Fantastic ball. Simon found there. Cacere did well to go past Svilar. From there, I know there are so many bodies in front of Nico Paz, but at least you need to hit the target.
Daniel Malen's penalty is what separates both sides at half-time. It's been an intense battle at the Senigallia, but the Dutchman's 7th Serie A goal means that it is Roma who lead at half-time. Como with a number of opportunities. Nico Paz has come close on a couple of occasions, but at the break here at the Senigallia, it is Como 0, Roma 1. Start of the second half here, Como with work to do as things stand. It is Roma who are heading fourth at the end of match day 29. This is an important game in the race to qualify for Champions League football. And the more experienced giallorossi for now getting the better. That's a good ball to Douvikas. Douvikas! It's gone through Sfila. It needed Cesc Fabregas turning to his substitutes bench to find the key back into the game. And the Greeks' 10th Serie A goal of the season is the way back into the match for Como.
Yes, Simon, that's why it's been picked in the second half. Great ball, I think. Watch the line. Hermoso, we were talking about being lazy. That's exactly what happened to Hermoso. You have to stay with your striker. You have to stay with your opponent, especially if you're not sure you can keep a straight, perfect line. Great ball in. Now Douvikas from that angle. Yes, catch Sfila by surprise. The ball beats the Roma goalkeeper in between his legs. That's the equalizer. The Cesc Fabregas was.
Diao looking to turn Wrench, and he's beaten Wrench. Senegalese is off to the races here. Como looking for a rapid 1-2. And Nico pass is there. Sfila stopping it from reaching pass.
What a game, Simon.
And now Wesley racing in the opposite direction. Pellegrini's in space. It's gone to Malen. All he needs to do is square it. Malen.
Brilliant by Como-Roma. Malen saw Pellegrini, was just waiting. Oh, it's Diego Carlos. Look here, Sfila. Great ball. That's what Nico Paz has to do. Sfila reacted so well. He kind of redeemed himself, because there Nico Paz, number 10, was going to find the net probably. Brave.
Batterina, brilliant skill. It's reached Diao. Diao can pay it on to pass. Never release Nico pass, and that's going to be a yellow card.
Wesley.
And Wesley is off. Roma coming undone in this second half. Wesley, who was on a yellow card, puts in a challenge. He takes the risk.
And we said it, Patrick, that Diao, in the first 18 minutes of the second half, is creating all sorts of problems. But it's all about here. Wrench has to foul the number 38. And here, Wesley. But look, this piece of art by Batterina. Going past Kone with a cheeky nutmeg, then going past Pellegrini. Wrench has to foul Diao earlier, because here, now, troubles, because Wesley.
Diao. D'Acunha with space. D'Acunha flashes that one wide. Scored from a similar position against Cagliari.
What a quality player he is. That could have been, you know.
As Douvikas makes the run again, he's got Batterina, and it's just over.
Brilliant ball by Nico Paz. They are kind of similar chance that Nico Paz had in the first half there. Batterina tried to open up his body.
Jesus Rodriguez round the outside, beats Wrench, across it goes, away by Ziolkowski. Batterina capable of scoring from that distance. Hassan Diao, he comes, and this time Sfila does make the save, an important one.
What an impact by Jesus Rodriguez. But is this, he is a sort of player we just seen.
In comes the corner, headed away. Vas has to hold it here for Roma. Valle, Rodriguez comes inside this time. Leaves it for Perone, now Valle. Numbers in the middle for Como, Ramon. It reaches Baturina. Smolcic, Svila, and Diego Carlos. The man who conceded the penalty in the first half make amends. His first goal for Como could be a goal that come the end of the season takes the Lariani to Champions League football.
Mamma mia, Simon. When you got players like Jesus Rodriguez and Santiago, just play them, give them the ball, they're gonna beat the opponents, they're gonna create chances. That's the quality that Como's got even from the bench. But the way they treat the ball here is incredible. They kept the calmness, they stay calm, they stay composed. Here, look here, Baturina spotted Smolcic, good try, Svilar saved it, but they are like an old pinpoint Zaghi on the rebounds, find a crucial tap in that you never know, that can mean Champions League next season for Como.
And the big difference in this game has been the quality off the bench for Como. Santiago, Jesus Rodriguez, Douvikas have made such a big impact. And another one may be coming. D'Acunha holds it. D'Acunha off the crossbar.
He's everywhere, Simon, because he's starting the build-up, but then he's got the engine, the strength to reach there. Look the quality here. Great cut back, chopped inside on his favorite left, beat Kone. Yeah, it's maybe, look, Jesus Rodriguez screaming for the ball.
Jesus Rodriguez, that's a brilliant ball. Valle slipped. Santiago. Cristante has to clear. Rubinho Vas isolated. Not been able to have any sort of impact, Rubinho Vas, since coming on. Tsimikas tussling with Van der Bremt, and it's off the Greek last. And there were words there from Tsimikas to the assistant referee.
By the way, 9 games to go. Coppa Italia semi-final, in contention for Champions League spot. That's incredible for a team that was 2 years ago in Serie B.
We have to put it into context. The money that's been pumped into Como is absolutely massive. However, you still have to deliver results. Money is no guarantee of success, as we've seen time and time again in the past. Big money moves from some of the top clubs. Look at Juventus with Jonathan David, Luis Openda. And what's really impressive is that these are young players for Como. Como possibly building a generation of talent. Como get the better of Roma in an all-important tie. Both clubs chasing after Champions League qualification, and a second half of the highest quality from Cesc Fabregas and his players. Roma down to 10 men, could only watch as they were unable to provide a response. Tempers flare at the full-time whistle here, but it won't take anything away from what Como have managed to do. It is the Lariani who go above Roma and above Juventus into fourth. A second half comeback from Como. They've won it here at the Senigallia. Como 2, Roma 1 final score.